So the next thing that happened was Alex Caruso getting traded straight up for Josh Giddey. Now, this caught a lot of flack from the Bulls fans, or from Bulls fans to the Bulls front office. And I have something to say about the Bulls front office, and it's that it's being controlled by the owner. Jerry Reinsdorf has is in ownership of the Bulls and the Chicago White Sox. And you look at what the White Sox are doing right now; they're 21-60, and the Bulls are just as bad. And so, to me, they don't want to rebuild. They don't want to contend. Jerry Reinsdorf is putting pressure on them to not just fully suck. And the White Sox this year said they weren't going to suck. That's what they said. Now they're 21-60. That's how bad Reinsdorf is. But it's just things like that like this owner is up here and he's micromanaging the guy he hired to run the team. And I would say the same thing's happening with the Bulls. I don't think AK has the choice. I think he's stuck in this no man's land because his boss, Jerry Reinsdorf, the owner of the Bulls, doesn't want to rebuild. He wants to sell tickets. That's his goal. He wants to sell tickets, sell tickets, sell tickets. Well, when you have Zach LaVine, when you have DeMar DeRozan, when you have Alex Caruso, now you have Josh Giddey, you're going to sell tickets. You have Vucevic, you're going to sell tickets. Kobe White, emerging star, maybe not star, but emerging player, young guy, you're going to sell tickets. And that's where I feel like AK, I don't know his first name, Carnier-Chovis, is catching way too much slack. Just because it's Reinsdorf. It's Jerry Reinsdorf being up top and absolutely killing. Now, if you're going to make this trade, right, you're going Alex Caruso for Josh Giddey, you have to give some first. And I think that's the problem. We saw the Mikal trade just today, like an hour ago, actually, as I'm recording this. 6 first-round picks for Mikal, which we'll get into. And you can't get any for Alex Caruso, who hired defensively, much better defensively, I should say. And maybe not as good offensively, but shot 40% from 3. And so that's, to me, it's like you can't get 1 or 2 firsts. You can't get a couple firsts that say, hey, at least, they're top 20 protected, but it's a first, right? You can't get anything like that. That concerns me. And then they say that a lot of teams around the league are saying that, or reports or whatever you call them around the league are saying that the Zach LaVine trade is going to have to be much like an Al Horford trade was a couple of years ago from the Sixers, where they're trading Al Horford and they had to throw in a pick or two. And I think they're going to have to trade Zach LaVine and throw in a pick or two. And that's a problem to where you don't really have the picks because your picks that you have are going to be bad. And you traded some for Vucevic, and now you're going to have to trade some to get rid of LaVine. You haven't had picks in so long, and the last draft pick you had that was a top pick was Patrick Williams. Who knows what he's going to be? And so the Bulls are just a poorly run, poorly managed, poorly owned team right now. And Carnier-Chovis obviously deserves some blame. Oh, he deserves a lot of blame. His last 2 trades, he traded Lauri Markkanen. That long ago, he traded Lauri Markkanen, and then he traded Alex Caruso straight up for Josh Giddey. And I'll say this. I think Josh Giddey is catching insane amounts of heat for no reason. I think Josh Giddey's a great player. He's young, and here's the thing. I understand he has those allegations, and I will never say that anything like that is okay. But this is a guy who, at the time, was 19 years old and a 18 and up. I don't know. I think it was like a club or something, like a party, and so already everyone's supposed to be 18 plus. So he goes up to a girl, and if she says she's 18, well, he's 19. He's young. He looks young. She's young. She looks. That's the thing with that whole situation is. Obviously, it's bad. He got lied to about her age, and now he's catching unnecessary amounts of hate for it. Sorry, I keep looking over there. But it's just, as a player, obviously, I don't want to talk too much about it, but as a player, I really like Josh Giddey. His first year, wow, that is bright. His first year, he played 54 games. He averaged 12, 7, and 6. Pretty good numbers. Shot 41% from the field, not great. Shot 26% from three. His second year, he takes a massive step up in three-point percentage, shooting 32%. He averaged 16, 7, and 6 again. So that's where I'm kind of like, hey, this guy, when he has the ball in his hand and he's not backlogged behind a Shea, a J-Dub, a Cason Wallace is there, Chet's going to have more ball handling opportunities. Like, there's a lot of guys who want the ball in their hands on that Oklahoma City Thunder team. And, you're moving Josh Giddey. And also, Josh Giddey took a 7% jump in field goal percentage from his first to his second year. So you're seeing the improvements. And this year he dropped in 6 minutes per game, too. So you're seeing the improvements from Josh Giddey. Now you're sending him to a team where he's going to have the ball in his hands more. Kobe White's going to move back to more of an off guard. Zach LaVine probably won't make it to the regular season. You'll probably still have DeRozan, probably still have Vucevic. But I don't know, man. It's odd for the Bulls. They're a weird team, just all around. Now the Thunder, Sam Presti, he's such a genius. I mean, this is incredible what he's putting together. The Thunder thrive on getting turnovers, scoring off turnovers. Alex Caruso's the best guard in the NBA, second best guard in the NBA at producing turnovers and producing points off turnovers. I think he was second in steals amongst guards, third in blocks amongst guards. He's an incredible player. He's that Derek White pickup that we saw the Celtics get. He's that for the Thunder. And Sam Presti just continues to put on a GMing clinic. Not giving up any first rounders to make that trade happen, just incredible. And so now you still have all of those firsts to say, hey, we want Lowry, we want KD, we want Paul George. Well, now you can still make that trade without even having to worry about it, and still having a lot of firsts after that trade. So I think Sam Presti, he's doing an incredible job. I think we know that by now. But also, one thing I think I haven't really heard people talk about too much is you're going to have to sign Shea. You extended Shea already. You're going to have to extend J-Dub and Chet here in the near future. And so what are you going to do if you're Sam Presti? Well, I think that he's such a great drafter, right? You see the immediate impact J-Dub's making. You see the immediate impact Chet's making. You see the immediate impact Cason Wallace is making. And then you got the guys who are they're still all young, but they're on those minimal contracts, like Isaiah Joe, like an Aaron Wiggins, Kenrich Williams. Those guys you're always going to be able to find those guys. And so if I'm Sam Presti, I'm going to sign Shea, J-Dub, and Chet back. And then it's just going to be, you might give Cason Wallace some money. You already gave Lou Dort some money, but you're just going to keep drafting, and you're going to keep finding those guys, and it's just going to you're going to keep having this circle of, you got your big three, and I'm going to keep filling in my rotation with these guys that I draft that make an immediate impact. And that's what Sam Presti is so good at doing, is drafting those guys who make an immediate impact and also develop into something incredible. And so just an incredible job from Sam Presti, right? Like, it's just GMing masterclass is what Sam Presti is putting on in front of all of our faces over the past 5-6 years. And even with the Russell Westbrook KD era, Harden era, he was incredible. He drafted Serge Ibaka. He drafted Steven Adams. He always has drafted well. Now, when they needed those little bits and pieces, and they were late into the draft, they couldn't really find them. Trey Mann was a miss. Darius Bazley a miss. Who else was it? Is Ooze a miss? Who knows? He could be that prototypical, that perfect four-man that they're looking for right now. Who knows? And he might turn into that. The Thunder team is stacked. It's loaded.